Good day, grade 10s. This will be the last lesson for this week. On Monday, we will, as teachers, will hand out copies for those who couldn't make printouts of chapter 1, and then we will carry on from there. I'm just going to share my screen with you. We are in chapter 1. We are on page 9. We're starting with management tasks. Management tasks, there are 5 basic management tasks which include the following: planning, organizing, leadership, controlling, risk management. The above mentioned management tasks should be carried out at different levels of the business. These tasks are carried out to ensure that the vision, mission, and goals of the business are met. Now, this can be a nice essay question. We will discuss essays with you next week on how to do essays. In business studies, you will always get an essay, which accounts a lot of marks. Just a tip of that, this might be an essay question. Right, let's go to planning. The process of setting goals and developing strategies, management should do that. It includes getting all the information you need for planning. Top management formulates strategic plans. The middle management formulates the tactical plans. And the lower management formulates the operational plans. Analyzing the information and set long-term goals. Considering different plans to achieve the goals. Choosing the best plan and decide on the action to be taken. Management looks ahead at the future to determine the business objectives. Planning is done in all departments by all employees with the objectives of the company in mind. Process of setting goals and making plans to achieve these goals. Deciding on the backup plan to use if the chosen plan becomes impossible. Implementing the chosen plan. Follow up to make sure that the plan is successful, adjust it or change, obviously, to a backup plan. Then the next task is the organizing. Organizing, it is the mechanism used to execute the plan, involves breaking a plan into action, the way in which people are grouped together, may also include training to ensure that the jobs are carried out successfully, ensures successful execution of the plan by using relevant organizational structure. It looks at what needs to be done and organizing resources need to achieve the goals and the objectives. Organizing the jobs within specific functions or departments. People must understand what is expected from them in terms of tasks, authority, responsibility. Employees must know the organizational procedure for instructions and feedback and which resources they can use. Now the next task is on page 10. Leading, directing, activating. The process of leading is to guide, motivate and inspire others to achieve the goals. Refers to inspiring employees to carry out their tasks to the best of their abilities. Establishing a productive working climate. Motivating employees to achieve the goals set. Guiding employees in the right direction so that the business can achieve its goals. Activating workers to use their skills and resources to their best ability. Providing employees with directions on how things should be done. Respecting and treating employees so that they work willingly to achieve the business goals. Leaders set up proper communication channels so that the workers are always informed and there is clear transfer of information. Obviously, if you work for a company, it's better to have knowledge of what's going on because one can become very negative if things are happening and you weren't aware of it. So communication, very important. Controlling ensures that the business achieves its goals, ensures that standards are met, ensures activities are carried out as planned, enables the business to take corrective measures if the objectives are not achieved. This can be identified during control, involves comparing actual results with goals set by management. Corrective measures must be taken if there is a difference between actual results and the goals the business set out to achieve. Continuous control ensures that the business runs smoothly. Then the last one, risk management. Identify possible risk by finding risk-bearing activities. Obviously, things that can go wrong. Assist business to analyze each possible risk to assess how likely it is that the risk will happen. Evaluates the potential impact of the risk in terms of financial liability. Controls, monitors the risk by studying reports and trends in the environment so that measures can be taken to prevent this in the future. Handles the risk by determining that what actions to take should the event happen. This can be done using available resources, contingency plans, and communication with stakeholders. Then the last section of this chapter is organizational structures. The factors that influence the organization structure. Obviously, guys, the size of the company. It's easier to run a small business than a big business. Technology, these days in all businesses, very important. All right, most of the businesses. Resources, let's say I am manufacturing a product, then obviously I should have access to the resources. And then strategic goals of the company. Okay, how are we going to accomplish certain things that we set goals on? Then they give us a few types of organizational structures. Functional organizational structure. Employees get instructions from more than one manager. The plan to be carried out determines who will be giving the instructions. This structure confuses employees as they report to more than one manager. Okay, obviously, if you get instructions from different managers, it might be conflicting and it might be difficult to keep everybody informed and happy. Project organizational structure. This is structured around project teams. It is a temporary structure because employees are drawn from different departments. Employees are then grouped together to form a project team which will carry out a particular project. It can be typically in the building industry. Okay, you will have builders, you have people doing electricity, you will have people lining the floors, the windows. All will have to work together to build this specific building. Matrix organizational structure. The structure is structured around projects, but employees stay in their departments. A project must be completed up to a certain point. The project is then passed on to the next team, which will carry out the next phase of the project. Line organizational structure. Employees report to only one person. That's obviously much easier now. Only the director can give instructions to employees. Let's say the financial director, he will have control over all the finance staff and they will take only instructions from him. This structure eliminates confusion among employees as they report to one person only. Line and staff organizational structure. Experts act as advisors to top and management, so you will get experts in to advise you. Advisors don't form part of the business, they merely give advice. Advisors don't have authority over the employees, which means they can't give any instruction to the employee. This will then finish off chapter 1. We will recap next week when you are back at school. Please, those who could summarize this in their books, please do so. The rest I will hand out copies on Monday, Tuesday. Have a lovely weekend, and we as teachers cannot wait to see you. Goodbye. Goodbye, great things.